Okay. Let me see. I think we're live. Does it show? Is it live in y'all in?
Yeah, I see it. Yep.
It's live. Okay. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Regame27, and welcome back to the Real Talk with the Real Gamer podcast. We got some interesting stuff to talk about tonight. Some Nintendo stuff. Talk about some, of course, we like to talk about everything, PlayStation, the Xbox, and all that. But I guess the meat and potatoes of this podcast, we want to talk about Nintendo and their third-party situations and multi-plats, and do the Nintendo consoles need multi-plats to succeed and all that. But first, we're going to talk about this generation as a whole, with these new consoles that's coming out with the Pro and the Scorpio, and now the Switch about to come out. And just want to touch in on how we feel about this whole generation as a whole. And I guess first, let's go ahead and get our introductions out the way. Let's start with you, Alex.
All right, what's going on, everyone? ActivesiNGaming here. We're back for another week of Real Talk with the Real Gamer. A lot of Nintendo stuff because the Switch is on the horizon. We might touch a little bit on the Scorpio as well. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, let's get going.
All right, appreciate you, man. Let's go with you, Nick.
All right, this is Nick from GamerNick Incorporated here for another exciting episode of Real Talk the Real Gamer. Switch bitches unite.
Oh shit, whatever. All right, let's go with the newest person on my channel, Mr. J Bard.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? What's up, PlayStation?
Oh hell, there we go. Oh shit.
Man, thanks for the invite. Always watch the podcast, always listen to you guys, speak about Nintendo, now comment and do a little back and forth and all that. But man, it's definitely cool to be on here for the first time. I'm a little nervous. I don't want to get beat up.
We ain't. This ain't no fuckboy channel, so we understand.
Alex and real undercover ponies anyway, so it's not like they're. It's not like that bad.
In the woods for you.
I've seen the growth of Alex crossover to PlayStation a little bit, and I shedded a tear.
You crossed over twice.
Hey? Yeah. Oh yeah, you showed it. A Soldier PlayStation. Was it last year?
Huh?
You did have another PlayStation last year, did you? You sold it, did you?
I had one a while ago, yeah, and I got rid of it, but I got it again now.
So was it? So I guess whenever Phil Spencer started acting these games, they got you want to get the PlayStation again and get rid of the Xbox.
Yeah, I'm not interested in a console that just loses exclusives instead of getting them.
Oh shit.
Regardless how many fucking titty flops it has.
Oh shit. Okay, we'll get into that in a sec. Okay, appreciate you joining, Mr. J Bard. Last but not least, to go with you, Sinister.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Sinister here. Yeah, sorry for missing the podcast last week, but I'm here now and here to talk about some gaming and why this generation is just straight up bullshit.
Oh, okay. Okay, so let's first talk about what games we've been playing this week, man. I guess I'll go last. Let's start with you, Alex. What games have you been playing this week?
I've been playing some indie stuff. I was playing a game called Outland. I think it was like a 360 game before. I picked it up on PC. It was like $2 or something.
Oh, really?
So that game was really good. I picked up Icy. That's a new game. Came out a couple months ago, I guess. That one's pretty sweet too. It's really short though. I beat it in like within 3 or 4 hours. But it's like a smaller indie game, so that's just kind of what it is. But both of those games are good. So if you're looking for like a kind of like a hack and slash game, either one of those would be fine.
Oh, you play Outland?
Outland and Icy.
Outsmart. That's one of my favorite devs.
It's a good game.
Oh, okay, that's all you've been playing, Alex?
Yes, yeah.
All right, what about you, Nick?
I've been playing a couple of different things. My most recent one I've been playing I've actually been playing Mafia 2 on PC. I bought it during the Steam sale a while back. I think it was like $3-4. It was pretty damn cheap.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been pretty much playing that. Right now I'm downloading Tales of Berseria from Steam. So yeah, unfortunately I'm doing on PC. I finally downloaded the GeForce Experience on my thing, and wow,
oh my god, about fucking time.
That does fucking help shit. I was playing Mafia 2 with the GeForce on. I'm like, oh my god, this is actually like pretty damn good. I was playing it without it.
It will optimize the game for you. You don't have to do anything.
Then I switched to the GeForce. I'm like, oh damn, this actually looks pretty fucking good. So I'm still learning how to use that thing. I'm still learning it. I'm trying to learn it, but I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with it. Alex, when you get a chance, I need to learn how to do the fucking shadow play thing because I don't know how to use that shit.
Okay.
So you didn't turn to a PC peasant yourself, Nick?
Huh?
So I guess you didn't turn yourself to a PC
I'm
peasant.
leaning that way, unfortunately, but only by
Phil Spencer
circumstance.
wants.
because
Phil
shit.
Spencer wants you to play on PC so he can stop selling the Xbox and sell you an app.
Hell, man, you been salty about Xbox lately,
I
man.
think I didn't say much about it, but I think that Dragon Scale thing kind of broke me. I was like, oh, fucking.
Oh, Scalebound? Yeah, Scalebound was like the fucking last straw for me. That shit was ridiculous.
After Scalebound, I was like, oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me with this shit.
that right there got me so heated about Microsoft. That scale, I really wanted to play that so bad, man.
Good for gamers, though. Good for gamers.
I cannot believe he said that shit.
Now I'm probably gonna have to go to.
Scalebound going to be trash anyway, guys. Come
Oh,
on,
shit.
I was really excited for Scalebound, man.
It was gonna sell poorly. Everyone knows that, but because Xbox guys don't buy games, but that game looked incredible.
Yeah, the concept of the game, definitely down my alley.
Oh,
But
yeah.
that hurt.
Hopefully, one day, Scalebound finds its way into existence.
Yeah,
never
never
know.
pick it up and work on it.
Yeah.
As of right now, R.I.P.
Xbox gamers spoke up and say they want the game instead of settling for everything Phil Spencer says. Then
Whenever Phil Spencer
But
make that
everybody
tweet,
knows they weren't gonna find it. They're gonna do what they do for every Xbox.
shit, when I
last
complained
excuse
on
to
Twitter
never
about that shit, a lot of Xbox goons and Tim Dog leading the charge trying to attack my ass when I asked for more games. They attacked my ass.
it's crazy when I get a lot of heat because I talk about sales sometimes, and how now that everybody that claims that sales doesn't matter, they're incorporating that with the Scalebound, cancellation. Or the money aspect of Microsoft. Microsoft wasting money. You a gamer. You just told
Why are these people concerned with Microsoft's pockets?
Yeah, you know what I mean? But
How does that benefit you?
That's corporate
Phil
slavery, man.
Spencer canceling a game because Microsoft might have lost some money. How is that good for you? That's only good for Phil Spencer.
Oh well, let's move on. Let's go with you, J Bar. What you been playing these past few days?
Yeah, man. I've been playing Kingdom Hearts 2.8 Fragmentary story. That's the continuation of Aqua's story from Birth by Sleep. So
Do you
yeah,
need to play that before playing 3?
I say yes because in the reveal trailer of 3, you saw that Sora picked up a certain Keyblade.
Yeah.
And that Keyblade is very important in Kingdom Hearts. So yeah, playing Birth by Sleep and Aqua's story, you definitely get like a more connection of how Sora is actually going to, intertwine with these other 3 Keyblade masters from the previous games.
I never
don't wanna
played the
spoil
series
it for
before.
everybody, but yeah, it's definitely good to play.
I asked the manager at GameStop, like, is 2.8 a good entry for me? They say, hell no. Just wait till 1.5 and 2.5 come out in March. That should be a good entry for you if you hadn't played the series.
I think whichever is a good entry point because actually 2.8 is the beginning before everything that happened with 1 because you had Birth by Sleep. That's the first, like as far as chronological order.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first game. Then this game, that's Aqua's story. That's a continuation of Birth by Sleep. So you kind of are playing like the prequel, and they do sum up Birth by Sleep. But yeah, I mean, it is good to play the first game because that's just the first Kingdom Hearts and the second game. It doesn't matter where you start. You're going to be a little confused until you play all the games. That's just how it is with Kingdom Hearts.
Well, at least I got a lot of games to look forward to. Is Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 is that exclusive to PS4 or is it multiplayer?
Yeah, that's exclusive to PS4. Yeah.
Wow.
That's what, like 4 games right there, and then they give you the cutscenes for the other 2 ones. So yeah, if you get all 3 of them, all 2 of them, that's like 6 games RPGs to play. But Aqua's story is short though. It's not like a full RPG game. It's just a continuation of her story from Birth by Sleep. But yeah, I've been playing a lot of that because I'm just leveling up. Everybody beating it in like 3 hours, 4 hours. I'm 6 hours into this bad boy. I'm trying to get to level 70 and get all the objectives down. I started Tales of Vesperia. I started that. I started Gravity Rush 2. I didn't get to start Yakuza yet, but I've been playing Street Fighter a lot too. So that's basically what I've been doing.
Dang, nobody play Resident Evil. Yeah, I guess it's just me. I guess it's.
Hey, I would have got it, but I don't get paid yet.
Oh, okay. I guess tell me what you've been playing, Sinister.
Basically, as far as PS4, basically, Walking Dead Season 3, I'm waiting for the third episode, whenever that's gonna drop. Basically, just a lot of Battlefield. Of course, I've been catching up on it because that's all I've been playing, and because that's the only that I've been putting time to. But plus, I streamed Watch Dogs 2 for a little bit, and then kind of, like I said, but basically Battlefield took over, because tag teaming my cousin, he helped me level up, son. So I'm just tearing into. But that's the only few games I've been playing. So yeah, right now I'm trying to save it for Resident Evil. Whenever I get paid again.
Oh, okay. That's all you've been playing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I've been playing Resident Evil. I'm almost finished with it. The game is good. I love how Capcom, took this series back to its original survival horror roots, and I see a whole bunch of elements from the regular Resident Evil. They took keys from not only Resident Evil 1, they took elements from Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 2, and I just love how they implement that back into this series, in which it was a dying series until this game showed up. It's a good game. It didn't take me long to get used to the first person. Like the first person, I guess, mode, but I kind of wish they would have stuck by the third person. That's what we used to. But first person is okay. I'm kind of liking it. It's like I'm there in first person, and there's some parts that it will scare the shit out of you. So I do like this game. The scare factor is back in this game. Like everything that you grew up loving about the Resident Evil franchise is back. It's back.
I heard it's short as hell, though. There's already speedrunners beating the game within 2 hours.
Oh, hell. Whatever. Like, I didn't already put over 10 hours into it already. I'm pretty close to finishing.
So before you continue, yeah, because I was watching your stream about it, and plus I saw your video about your review on it. That's probably what made me want to play it, so that's why I didn't want to pick it up right away, because I kind of get skeptical. It's like I'm gonna get disappointed, like somebody. It's
like this. If you're a big fan of Resident Evil 1, like the regular ones, then you're gonna like this. So yeah, that's all I got to say about that. It's a good game. I really do like it.
I like going back to this roots, like just like you said, like the first two.
Yeah, I guess what else I've been playing? I've been playing Silent Hill 3. I skipped that on that last generation. I've been playing that, and as soon as I'm finished with Resident Evil 7, I'm gonna go back to Silent Hill 3 and beat that. Since I got PS Now, I'm trying to play a lot of these games on PS Now.
Got something with a pyramid head.
What's that?
Silent Hill. That's with pyramid head.
I thought that was 2. I remember playing 2. I remember playing one with the pyramid head. It might be 2. I'm thinking.
Okay.
Cause I think 2, the dude was the main protagonist. Right now, the chick is the main protagonist on 3. So I think that's 2 that you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been playing that. It's a good game. And what else I've been playing? Street Fighter 4. Been playing on my PS Now. I've been playing a lot of that. And this game, Street Fighter 4, shits on Street Fighter 5. I don't care what nobody say, man.
You all crazy.
Street Fighter 4 shits on Street Fighter 5.
Yes, I agree.
I trade that thing back in, man. There's a reason why Street Fighter 5 costs $20 brand new right now, because a lot of people don't want it. This game has so much fucking content. And I'm playing the Ultra Street Fighter 5. The reason why I guess it's like this. If you are a competitive person, you love to play online, then that's different. I love arcade mode. I love the other modes in which Street Fighter 5 lacked in. That story mode was, what the fuck was that shit? They should just kept that out. Like, it's like it was rushed, and I felt that it was lazy on how Capcom did it. So it's just of course Street Fighter 5 looked prettier, but I'm just saying, on my overall take of the game, Street Fighter 4 has a lot more content, and I just enjoyed it more. Street Fighter 5, it could be good. The gameplay is good, but it's not enough, man.
They just rushed. They rushed it just to get a tournament ready. That's why they were stripped of all those modes.
Like, it's like this. If you're not a Street Fighter person, if you're just getting into the series, you're gonna get your ass killed on Street Fighter 5 because
you gotta remember too with Street Fighter 4, getting up to where you're playing, you already paid 4 times for that game. You know what I mean? You was paying $20, $40 each time. I think arcade was like the only one they didn't get to pay, or Super Arcade. They gave that one free, but you was paying for that stuff. Street Fighter 5, you're not paying for those updates. Like, you just got a Season 2 update. not pay for it. It's a completely different game than how you thought of it is now. How it is, however you thought Street Fighter V was then, it is a completely different game now. You know, yes, there's lack of the arcade mode that's in there. I do agree with that stuff. I'm not damage controlling that, but as a fighting game, it is way better than 4.
No, I'm not saying the fighting. No, I like the game. The fighting mechanics is really good. It's just the content that pissed me off. That turned a lot of people off, and that's why the sales didn't really sell that well. If you want to compare it to the previous installments, it didn't sell that well.
Oh, well, before y'all can continue, hey, Jabbar, you probably heard of this guy. He's been playing all the Street Fighters and all this stuff. He goes by the name Low Tier Guy. You've probably seen his videos on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All those tournaments. It's like, how much he rage quits every time he loses.
I guess. I guess after Street
Low tier fraud, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
he's a really good player. He put off that he's like, raging and all that stuff, but he's really good.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess after that, I play what I was playing: Resident Evil 7, Street Fighter 4, Silent Hill 3, Sonic Generations. I played a little Walking Dead Season 2 on the PS Now. Quantum Break. I think I'm on Act 4. I'm almost finished with that.
What do you think about the live action stuff?
The live, talking about the little episodes.
The movies, yeah, the episodes.
I didn't watch. I just skipped through it.
Oh, really?
I skipped through it, man.
I love half the story then.
I don't care. I just skipped. I just wanted to play it. But I guess after that,
that character was dope.
Yeah. I guess after that, I played Murder Suspect. Yeah, I played that one too. That was also a free game.
I downloaded that one. It was free. I haven't played it
yet.
Yeah,
it was free. I went ahead and played it. So those are the games I've been playing. I've actually been playing a lot of games these past few days. Of course, people that's in my chat or people that's been coming to my channel these past couple of weeks, they know I've been streaming a whole bunch. I've been streaming a lot, man. So that's why I took a few days off from YouTube a few days ago. I took a few days off because I had to chill, I had to rest, spend time with my folks, play some games and stuff. And I'm gonna do the same thing after this podcast. You won't see me to Sunday whenever me and Alex do the podcast. If it depends if we are gonna do the podcast on Sunday.
Sunday's the Royal Rumble, so I don't know if I'll make it this week.
Oh, it sure is. We just do it next week then. So I guess after today, I'm gonna be free all weekend. I'm gonna just chill and play video games. So I guess after this podcast, just expect another video on Monday. So yeah, I can't keep drowning y'all fees with all these damn streams, man. I'm tired. Okay, let's go and get to our topics, man. Let's talk about this console generation as a whole. It's always been about the power. Well, no, it's not always been about the power these previous generations, but all of a sudden this generation that we're in right now, it's about the power. And a lot of people just are graphics whores, man, and that's why a lot of our games is not completed. That's why we getting a whole bunch of remasters because people just don't care about that stuff. They just want a pretty looking game. And I guess this generation started. I guess you could say it started in 2012 with the Wii U, and 2013 is when the PS4 and the Xbox One came out, and we are in year 2017, and already we getting 3 brand new consoles. Well, we already got a new console with the PS4 Pro, and the Switch coming out in March, and we got the Scorpio coming out at the end of this year, and I'm just not happy, man. Like this is too much. I done already bought a Slim, the Xbox One S. Like, I'm not gonna keep buying all these damn consoles, man. And with the Scorpio, like, it sounds good and everything that it's gonna be the most powerful console out there with 6 teraflops, whatever you want to call it. But if they don't have no games, then why even bother? People want to talk about power. Like, how many times we got to bring this up? If you want power, get a fucking PC. I'm just gonna be real. Get a fucking PC. Because I'm really thinking about going to PC route. If I go to PC route, then why the fuck do I need a Scorpio? And another thing, what the fuck is the games at? They didn't already cancel Scalebound. Fable got canceled. Like, how many more games is Microsoft going to cancel? Because Halo Wars 2 is not going to be a system seller. It wasn't a system seller on 360. It's not going to be a system seller on the Xbox One. Like, come on, Sea of Thieves. Come on, Crackdown 3. Like, these games is not going to sell 5 to 10 million copies. Like, I don't know, man. I'm just a little upset that it's a lack of games on the Xbox side. I love my Xbox. I love Microsoft, but what they're doing right now with this Xbox brand, I'm just not liking it, man. And with this whole entire gaming generation as a whole, I'm just not liking it. You know, they got some good games, but it's a lot of bad business practices that's going on that I'm not agreeing with, man. And since the Switch is coming out in March, so basically this is going to be the start of the 9th generation. So how should Sony do this? Like the PS4 Pro just came out. So how long are they going to wait for them to come out the PS5? With the Xbox Scorpio, is that still going to be considered as a 8th generation console, or is it going to be a 9th generation console? I don't know, man. Let's get this discussion popping. Let's start with you, Alex.
Okay, so don't really know where to start. I guess we could start with the newer consoles. I guess we'll start with the old consoles. Yeah, this generation's been fairly lackluster for the most part, because a lot of it's been focused on graphics. Even the big push for this generation was like more powerful hardware, so you can have bigger, more open worlds, more NPCs, more things to do and stuff like that. That's kind of what the promises were, and like 1080p, 60 frames per second across the board. That never happened. It's all been just like pretty graphics, and then everything else suffers for it.
Mm-hmm.
You have small, limited games that look pretty, but they can't even maintain 30 frames per second, and there's no hopes of 60. It's really unfortunate. Which I thought was a big mistake to focus that much on graphics, because the graphics, like, they're nice for a little while, but once you start playing, you just kind of forget about it, and then you're just left with this like poorly running game for the most part. There's some good stuff that came out this generation. Not like every game was terrible, but there's a lot of games where like if they hadn't focused so much on graphics, the games could have been better. And we got so many remasters this generation. Just like a lot of the games we're playing, it's just like games we just played on PS3 and Xbox 360, and you're playing it again just like a little bit shinier. And I thought that was like really annoying. And it got to the point where there's like, for every new game that comes out, there's like 5 remasters. And now we're at the point we're getting remastered consoles. And even those, like, so far the PS4 Pro hasn't been that amazing. Like, the games will hit 4K or whatever, checkerboard 4K, whatever you want to call it. They look better, but at the same time, they still have the frame rate of a standard PS4. And to me, it's like there's no point upgrading. Some games have that performance mode like Tomb Raider, but even that can't lock 60 frames per second, and to me it's fucking crazy. And I think the Scorpio is going to have the same problem, just because these guys want to focus solely on graphics. And Scorpio to me is even more pointless because Microsoft puts their games on Windows 10 now. Like I can play all their games on PC and it'll most likely run better than it will on the Scorpio, because Scorpio is going to focus on graphics ahead of frame rate. So that's kind of my the way I look at Scorpio now. It's kind of like the most pointless console. The only console worth buying right now is the Switch, as far as I'm concerned, because it's the only one that's going to have new games. Like, if you already have a PlayStation, if you already have an Xbox, I personally don't see the point of upgrading to the Scorpio or the Pro. And then with the new one coming out with the Switch, yeah, you might as well get that one, because the Wii U's done, and they don't have anything else unless you want the 3DS. So that's kind of where I'm at with them.
Okay, that's all you got on that?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that's it for the 8th generation. Kind of shitty generation.
All right, let's go with you, Nick.
Well, basically, Alex said pretty much what I was going to say. Is like they built this generation on the promise of more power, and they didn't even deliver. When I think there's actually more games on the Xbox 360 that ran at 1080p and 60 frames per second than they did on the Xbox One. And it's like the developers kept saying, "Oh, we need more power to make these. We need more power system to keep making games." And then it was pretty clear that they were not the 8th generation, because all we got for the first 2 years was basically remasters of games that came out like the previous year or even less than a year beforehand. It's like, oh, here's the remaster, and we're supposed to pretend that we didn't notice that all 3 systems, both Wii U, Xbox One, and PS4, all came out the gate with no actual games. The only difference is they threw a bunch of remasters on the Xbox One and the PS4, and everybody's acting like, I don't know why everybody played along with the fact that, oh yeah, look, this has games and this system doesn't. It's like, when in fact it didn't really have games. It had the same freaking games that you just played on your previous console a year ago and stuff like that. And it's just like, And now it's like we have even further proof that they were not ready for these generations, because now we got PS4 Pro and Xbox Scorpio on the way, where they this is such a remastered generation that they remastered the damn consoles. It's like there you go. It's like I don't know what to say. It's like we all got screwed, and the worst part is we fell for it. We knew this was going to happen, and we bought into it anyway. So I blame myself because I do have an Xbox One. I didn't learn my lesson. And stuff like that. So
I don't really have an issue with the consoles. I just got the issue with the lack of games. Like, just these consoles got good enough power, but if they don't got the gaming library to satisfy us, then that's the issue.
There's like a bunch of games that came out during the PS3 and Xbox 360 era, and even the Wii era, that I thought that trend was going to continue on the new systems, and like we didn't get that.
No, we didn't.
Right. It's like I was expecting.
It's like if you even if you look like a game like Forza Horizon 2, and then you look at Forza Horizon 3, both on the standard Xbox, those look like they're on different consoles. So like, what the hell do you need an upgraded console for when there's clearly that much room for improvement already on the standard ones, and they just don't do it.
And I thought, we saw games come out for the Wii U, like Wonderful 101. I thought, oh, cool, this is the type of games we're going to get. And, that flopped, and then you don't see any more games like that. So, it's just like, there was a bunch of stuff that happened in the last gen that I liked, and I was hoping would continue on the new one, and now we got, we didn't get that. And I'm like, really? We got a bunch of sequels and there was some new stuff, like Sunset Overdrive was a good direction, but then that didn't sell enough because I don't fucking know why. Maybe it would have sold more on PlayStation 4. I don't know, but nobody wanted to buy that game.
I
bought an Xbox to play that game. I thought, that game looks kind of cool. I think I might actually pick up an Xbox to play that game.
They need a sequel to it.
But that trend of getting new... Huh?
Go ahead. You there?
Quiet.
You there?
Yo, Nick, you there?
I think he cut out.
Hold on, I think there's something wrong with my internet. Hold on.
But yeah,
somebody said something.
I guess as Nick is fixing his internet, what do you think about Jabari?
I'm gonna be totally opposite from everybody in here. I'm loving this generation. I don't know, remasters don't bother me because at the end of the day, that's your right as a consumer to choose if you want to buy it or not. I think it ties down with probably the genre of games that people tend to play. But there's so many games that came out this generation that if you mix it up, try something different, I think you'll find some pleasure in this generation. I'm having so much fun this generation. I'm loving it much better than the PS3 generation, honestly. There's a lot of remasters that came out here, but half of these remasters I didn't even buy it. Like I have no reason to buy it because, in my opinion, there was enough newer games that draw my interest. Not all AAA games. There might be some of the small titles that drove my interest for me to play them and get some enjoyment from that.
I'm finding this generation that the indies are most of the time better than the AAA stuff that's coming out.
Yeah, some of these indies.
Pretty much, you're getting them free.
Real good. You know what I mean? Well, I remember a lot of people used to knock on the indies with PlayStation, but you had games like Transistor dropping, great.
That's a good game.
There's so many other games, Salt and Sanctuary, great game. I don't see what everybody's. I can understand what everybody's saying, but I'm just like, yo, there's a lot of games for you to choose from. You know what I mean? You gotta open up the. I'm not saying you guys specifically. I'm saying from what I'm hearing from everybody else, I'm like, yeah, you gotta open up your horizon a little bit and start playing a game. Everybody's so stuck upon what they're used to playing, but they don't want to try out the new games. You always hear that little notion of we want new IPs, we want this, we want new stuff, and then when the new stuff does come, everybody just bashes it. You know what I mean? Or they don't play it.
Yeah, when the new IPs come out, they don't sell, and it's just Call of Duty, Battlefield, Forza, stuff like that sell.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But
the races.
when it comes to the console like refresh or the mid-gen upgrades, like I can see people's argument with that, but me personally, I got a Pro, I got the Xbox One S. I'm done with Xbox though. I mean, not done with Xbox. I've bought 3 Xbox. You know what I mean? I'm a PlayStation guy. A lot of people look at me as a PlayStation fanboy out the wazoo, but they don't know I had 3 Xbox Ones each year.
That's a lot.
You know what I mean? I bought the original Xbox launch day. I bought the Elite bundle and the Xbox One S. You know what I mean? So I don't have an Xbox currently right now because I feel like 2016, that was a very disappointing year for me for Xbox. I was like, what the hell is going on? I've played one game because that's what I bought it for. I bought it for exclusives. And the only game I really played was Quantum Break. I bought Recore, but I didn't get to start it because when Recore came out, there was just so many RPGs for PS4, and I was like, yo, I ain't got no time to play Recore right now.
Recore wasn't amazing, though.
Yeah, but, you know, Recore is a style of game I will play, you know what I mean? A lot of people probably like, I don't know, but I'll play that. Check the dogs out. But when I do get an Xbox, I have that digitally, so I can easily play that. But, yeah, like, I'm going to sound like a fanboy here. It's just, I feel like, yeah, PlayStation didn't have the greatest start coming out, but each year gradually is getting better and better. You know what I mean? With Xbox, it had a very good jump. You know, out the generation, had a lot of games out there for it.
Out of launch titles, Xbox had a better launch than PlayStation.
Yeah, they had more variety. They had like me personally. If I would say personally, like one of my favorite launch games was Resogun. I know a lot of people bash it, but that game was fun as hell. I played that game like it was nothing. But thinking about it objectively, Xbox did have a better launch. You know what I mean? If I was going subjectively, I would say PlayStation. But Xbox, in my opinion, I feel like it's just dwindling each year. Like, you know what I mean? They're getting weaker each year when it comes out to the games. You know what I mean? 2015 was a good year. 2014 was a great year for Xbox. But 16 and this year, I'm just looking at like, yo, what's going on here?
This year is pitiful.
Yeah, it's getting worse and worse. Nintendo, I always love Nintendo. I watch a lot. I watch a lot of you guys because, like, yo, I'm like a pocket Nintendo fanboy. You know, I love Nintendo. I had 3 Wii U's as well. I still have my Wii U. But
3 of them, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I support, man. I support out here. But yeah, man. My nieces, they tied to that Wii U. Like, I don't play it that much, but they love Mario Kart. So I'm trying to avoid them seeing like Switch stuff because I know Mario Kart's coming in.
Oh yeah,
like, y'all are not snapping.
Mario Kart is very addicting. It's really fun.
Mario Kart's fun as hell.
Oh yeah, they love it. Every time they come here, so can we play Mario Kart? I'm like, go ahead, man. You got that. Don't touch the PlayStation. You good. But now, man, yo, I'm loving this generation, man. I can't even front, man. Like honestly, like I said, the remaster stuff, that's just a choice. You know, if you don't want to play it, don't play it. If you want to play something new, there are stuff out here for people to play that's new. A lot of people, like I feel like they're just faking the funk, you know what I mean? Where they say they want this new stuff, but when you look at it, they're not really playing the new
They
stuff.
don't buy it.
Yeah, everybody wants variety for Xbox, and I agree, variety should come. But when the variety does come,
they don't buy it.
They don't show up.
You know what I mean? So I don't know what this generation of people want. You know what I mean?
Well,
But, I'm loving it.
You got a lot of Xbox dudes in this community crying about the Switch, but they don't ever play their games on their Xbox. That should only make sense, man. Yeah, like all these emergency podcasts, you know, talking about, well, the Switch need multiplats, knowing that your ass gonna buy the multiplats on the Xbox. Come on, dude. Come on. It just doesn't make sense. Oh, go ahead, man. Let me cut you off.
No, I'm pretty much done, man. I'm just loving this generation, man.
Okay.
And like I said, each year, for the preferred platform that I like, it's just getting better. Like, yo, I'm in RPG heaven right now. I'm about to take a YouTube break, people. I want to be gone for a month or two.
Yeah, these RPGs can.
I want to dive in and just.
When I played Final Fantasy V, Final Fantasy 15, I think I put over 60-something hours into that game. That thing would take you. So, like, a game like that, you got to push everything to the side. If you was playing Xbox gonna have to be on hold for at least a week or two. Because when you play these JRPGs, man, you got to focus solely on that game. Because once you're in, you're in. Once you're out, you're out.
Yeah, man. It's a great time. You know, if you like those types of games, it's a great time to dive in. Not to sell PlayStation, but PlayStation.
Yeah.
Well, Switch 2. Yo, Switch people, Nintendo people. One of my favorite games last year. My second favorite game, matter of fact, last year is coming to the Switch. I Am Setsuna. You better be buying that game because I want to play that PvP.
See, this
game actually looks pretty fun.
So actually, you can actually agree with me, J Bar. Like, it's gonna be a lot more PlayStation dudes gonna be more interested in the Switch than Xbox dudes because all those JRPGs, they love JRPGs. The PlayStation dudes. So
hell yeah, yo, my Switch is already paid for, man. I'm ready to go.
Like,
yeah, mine too.
Yeah,
mine's already paid off.
I'm double dipping.
Did you guys hear me, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, I have to be on my phone for now because I'm downloading something that feels like fucking up my internet.
If you're an old school gamer and you like Chrono Trigger, like I'm Setsuna is not gonna let you down. I'm telling you, that story is so good, yo. You're not even understanding what I'm trying to tell y'all, yo. I Am Setsuna is crack. I'm good. I'm done now.
All right, well, let's go with you, Sims. What you think about this generation? Seems that J Bar, he loved it. What you think?
I'm thinking I'm the total opposite. Sorry, but call me old school or not, but to me, quite frankly, I pretty much like the last generation, with the 360 PS3 era because to me it was more fun than this bullshit that we got now, like installing games and forcing you to buy accessories like extra hard drives and all that other bullshit. And I mean, I just like now it's just like about graphics, power, and even worse with all the drama, going on. I was like, really? It's like, I mean, pretty much Alex already covered about their remasters and stuff like that. I was like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, like this is the cash grab microtransaction generation.
Pretty much. But to me,
every corner they're gonna cut it this time because the games cost so fucking much money to make now.
I mean, yeah, it's like some of the games from last generation, like they're porting them over, no visual improvement, or anything new, and still charging you high price on. It's like, get the fuck out of here. Like, really? I mean, I think you're going around like Boo Boo the Fool, but just I give it a few things. All right, I'd start with the Wii U. I mean, there's two games I really like on there. Well, actually three. One of them is Bayonetta 2. The other is Mario Kart, and the third is the Smash because Bayonetta's in that. And it's like those are the three games. That's what I liked about the Wii U. But everything else about it,
garbage.
Yeah, just pretty much bury that. R.I.P. All right, moving on to PS4. I mean, there were some good things I like about that, and there's some things I didn't like about it. Like the Pro. There's no point in me upgrading to the Pro because the one I have still works. And some of the games, there's some games on there I like. Like some of their their exclusives. Like the Uncharted's. Uncharted 4. Just to name an example. Pretty good game. Then the X1. Of course, I'm the only Xbox guy out there because that's why I play the most. But I'm a multi console owner, so I'm showing like equal love to everything. But like I said, Xbox is my game of choice, system of choice. This year, Microsoft is not on a strong start. I'm not writing them off. Like I said, it's just me. I know somewhere down the line they'll probably turn it around. So but that's all I'm saying.
Don't get me wrong. I still like Xbox, man. That's basically my platform of choice this generation. I've been gaming on that mostly, and they've been doing a good job. Making a strong comeback with the Xbox One S, and it's still selling pretty strong. But you're supposed to take a few steps forward, and I take 2 steps back, man. Yeah. Because just look at the exclusive lineup for last year in 2016. And they keep swearing up and down that it's supposed to be the greatest lineup in Xbox history. And I was like, okay, where's the rest of it? Like, it's not enough. They start the 2016 year off with Quantum Break, which it is a good game. I don't know why people shitting on it. I actually am liking the game.
Another great game that just didn't sell well. I was like, what happened? Yeah. But, just to continue on.
Go ahead.
Let's continue on. Like, with PlayStation, they were doing great right now up until. Here's the thing. When they released the Slim, there was no point in releasing that. They could put whatever they did with that could have went into the Pro and made it better, stuff like that. And the way the Pro looks, Jabbar, I know you're a PlayStation guy, but I'm sorry, that thing looks like a triple mag. You know.
A quick question I want to ask you guys: have any of you guys actually seen the Pro and what it does, like personally, in your own eyes?
I'm planning on getting the Pro. I said this because PlayStation actually has a good lineup that I like. You know, with Nier, Neo. Of course, you got the Kingdom Hearts and the Final Fantasy VII remake. You know, what's that? Was that Uncharted? What's that DLC supposed to be coming out? They got a lot of good games coming out. Of course, the God of War and the Spider-Man. There's some. And
I'm saying like, yeah, if you don't want the Pro, yeah, that's the choice. You know, you have multiple.
I know somebody.
The reason why I want a Pro because I want to get the maximize full potential on how that Horizon Zero Dawn looks. That game looks so beautiful, man. I want the Pro just for that.
And the thing is, the Pro is not like it's really beneficial as far as the graphical looks of the game. Like, it's not just resolution; they also bumping textures. They downsampling from 4K resolution into the textures, and so everything is just looking crisper. But if you do YouTube and you stream or you upload videos, your quality is going to be better too, because you can stream in 1080p, 60 frames a second. You upload in 1080p. You know, it's a whole bunch of benefits that come to it. Even the share play. Your share play is also 1080p, 60 frames.
Oh, it's 1080 because I think on the standard's only 720 on the standard.
Yeah, like share play, everything. It just gets a bigger bump towards it. That's the services as well is like better. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just the games itself, but even if you just like producing content on YouTube, it's going to be much beneficial in that aspect as well. You know what I mean? But I do get people's argument like, yo, I don't need it, whatever. It's true, you don't need it, because if you have a PS4 already, if you don't really care about those things, yeah, I can understand you're not wanting it. But it's definitely a big upgrade. Personally, I'm not trying to sell a pitch. This is just somebody that's experiencing it and playing it, like 4K TV, even on the 1080p TV, because I tried it on 1080p TV, the game still looked better, because like I said, even if you're not getting the 4K output, the game still would downsample the textures for the games and all that stuff. It looks good, man. Like, if you're into that stuff, then go for it. But if you're not, I can understand, like, nah, you don't want that shit. But me, I wasn't getting no slim. You know what I mean? I went right for that Pro, man. I was like, what? $100 more?
That thing looked like, you know, King Hippo and Donkey had a swan diving contest on it.
Nah, it's not a good looking console. I agree, it's not. But VR, that's one thing too. VR, it benefits to that too, because I got VR, and like comparing it from the old PS4 to now, like everything looks much sharper when I'm playing it in VR. So that's another reason.
Oh, you got VR too?
Yeah.
God dang, you got some money over there, don't you?
I mean, I had to take it off. So
yeah, VR not for everybody, y'all. If you get sick quick, yeah. I've seen a lot of people get sick, but me personally, I haven't got sick with anything yet, and I played all the intense games. And I'm like, yeah, I'm waiting to get sick. Like, I want to get sick.
Just to close out, as for the Switch, I mean, I was disappointed with that, with the presentation, but the Breath of the Wild, that's the only thing that, that's really.
We talking about this generation.
Huh?
Talking about this current generation. We're about to talk about the Switch next.
Well, and that coming out in March is like, well, pretty much. That's all I have then.
Oh, okay. I guess before we move on, I'll just give you my thoughts and opinions about this generation. There's some good games this generation. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of good games this generation. And I said this a lot of times, like, if there's more remasters than new games, then I'm gonna have a problem with it. And it seems that there's a lot of remasters more than new games. And that's why I got so frustrated with this generation. Yes, we don't have to buy it, but if these developers seeing that everybody is buying these old games, then why should they put forth the effort in making good quality games and making new games that a lot of us want? So that's one of the issues that I had. And as far as these consoles, these brand new consoles we keep getting, like, they should have just scrapped and be like, look, this is the new generation. This is going to be the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Scorpio, going to be the Xbox. I don't know what they're going to call it, the 2 or whatever. I don't know what they're going to call it, the Xbox 3, 4, whatever. But I don't know. It's kind of in a weird situation because the Switch is going to be the 9th generation, and the Pro just came out a few a couple of months ago. So so you tell me how long it's going to take for the PS5 to come here? Because it seems that since the Pro's here, at least Sony's going to at least give the Pro people at least 2 to 3 more years before they come out with a PS5. So this is kind of a strange generation. And of course, we got the Scorpios coming out at the end of the year, and that's still supposed to be considered part of the 8th generation. So I don't know. It's just too much graphics whores. It's just too much stuff that's going on, man. It's like this, man. If I ain't got the games, I'm gonna be pissed off. There are some games I am enjoying, but overall, like, if there's a lot of remasters this generation, I could get these games on Xbox 360. Then I'm having a huge issue. I'm just being honest. Like, do we need all these remasters? Like, was it BioShock? What else we got? Freaking the Uncharted collection, The Last of Us. What's the other? Of course, the Kingdom Hearts. What else just came out? It's a lot of shit that just came out. And I could go all day with these damn remasters, man. But y'all understand? Y'all get what I'm saying? It's just too much. And with PlayStation right now, I see a good place with the PS4 right now because they actually got the software that benefits for the with the hardware, compensates with the hardware. Like, everybody been talking about the hardware, talking about how powerful the PS4 is. And I've been saying this for a long time. Like, I want games. Fuck the power. Give me the games. I said the same thing for the Scorpio. Like, I was excited for Scorpio for a little bit, and my excitement went down a lot because Microsoft dropped the ball of axing all these damn these exclusives, man. That's what I had a big issue with, man. So what's the point of getting so hyped for damn power if there's no games? Where's Halo 6 at? Like, I don't know, man. Like, one thing with Microsoft. And this is why they can always lose generation, every generation. They can never win on no generation until they come out with exclusive games, more exclusive games. And with their exclusive games, they need to make it a franchise. Stop making these one and done games. Like Quantum Break, they look like a series you can capitalize off of. Same thing with Sunset Overdrive. Put some more money to make a sequel. Like, come on, stop with these one and done shit, man. That's why a lot of people can't take Microsoft seriously, man. That's why people go to the PS4 because they know they're going to get a lot more sequels to their games. Of course, they're going to get their multiplats, but they're going to get their first share of games that they love to play, and they know that these games going to have more sequels to it. But when it comes to Xbox, like, where's Rise Son of Rome 2? That looks like a promising franchise. There was a lot of stuff they can fix to make the game better. Like, that's like a lot of games that started off kind of shaky, but their sequels was a lot better. Like Assassin's Creed, Assassin's Creed 2 was a lot better than Assassin's Creed 1. Watch Dogs 2 was a lot better than Watch Dogs 1. Uncharted 2 was a lot better than Uncharted 1. Like, Microsoft, they need to try to capitalize and basically evolve these franchises. Stop with this one and done shit. That's what bothers me about Xbox, man. That's why people call this Xbox a console for shooters, sports, and racers. That's it. But if you want a console that gives you everything, shooters, sports, and racers, and survival horrors, and action adventures, and JRPGs, and everything you can think of, then you go to the PlayStation 4. I can admit that right now. But overall, I liking PlayStation's lineup this year. I'm loving the games, and of course, you got the Last of Us 2 maybe coming out either next year or the year after, but I don't know. But God of War, Room Hope is coming out this year. It's a lot of games that I'm actually loving on the PS4, and that's why I'm pretty hyped for it right now. I'm hyped for that, and I'm hyped for the Switch, not so much with the Xbox One. If I'm playing my Xbox One, I'm basically playing older games. But as far as the newer games like Sea of Thieves, Crackdown 3, and State of Decay, and Halo Wars 2, I'm just not interested at all, man. So I guess my Xbox is going to be the dry box for a while. That's just how I'm taking it. These remasters, I don't mind remasters. I play some of it. I don't mind, but there's not enough new games. If that's not more new games than remasters, then that's the issue. We didn't have a problem last generation. Last generation, we had a whole bunch of games. We got what? PlayStation owners, did y'all get 3 Uncharted games? Y'all got The Last of Us, and guess what? They put it right back on the PS4. Right back on the PS4. Did they get Jack and Dexter as well? Sly Cooper, did they get that too? A Twisted Metal for the PS3?
Yeah, the Twisted Metal game.
Sly Cooper.
Jack and Dexter, I know about that. No, Sly Cooper, I think, yeah.
Okay, so
that came out with a Vita too, I think, yeah.
Okay, then where's that at? So, you know, I feel that there was a lot more PlayStation exclusives of first party games for the PS3 than the PS4. You know, so I was hoping, since Sony is actually trying to give us a lot more exclusives to play, hopefully they can slide in some of those older IPs. Oh yeah, you know what? I forgot. Crash Bandicoot. Crash. Proper Rapper. That's coming back. So I can applaud Sony for that because I'm an old school PlayStation guy. I love my PS1. So, since Sony is taking it back old school, I'm really digging it. And I'm probably playing my PlayStation more than my Xbox this year. And, of course, with the Switch, we're about to tackle on that subject in just a minute. And I guess that's basically all I got to say about this. Anybody else got something to talk about on this before we head to the meat and potatoes of this podcast?
Not everybody say what they going to play.
Okay, let's go ahead and get to this Switch talk, man. I don't know. It's been a controversy. It's been a lot of arguing about this topic about Nintendo guys. They don't buy third parties. If the Nintendo Switch don't have all the third party multiplayer, is going to fail. We don't know yet. Like we still don't know what's the launch lineup. It still looks lackluster, but we still got 5 weeks left. It still could be some more announcements to come, and of course, more announcements throughout the year. We don't know, and a lot of people got to realize since a lot of people was kind of complaining that there wasn't enough Western developers out there in Japan. Of course, it's not because that's Japanese. They cater to the Japanese people. The Western, that's what E3 is for. If you want the EAs and the Ubisofts and the Activision, that's what E3 is for. And with Nintendo talking about they got 80 plus games that's in development right now, I expect some of those games to get announced at E3. That's why I've been telling people to be patient. Just wait. There's going to be more announcements. And for what I see with the Switch this year, it's going to sell pretty well, man. Because not only Nintendo going to catch their core gamers back, they're gonna get the 3DS people, the 60 million that bought the 3DS. They're gonna get the superior console, handheld console. Let's just be honest. The Fire Emblem games coming. Shin Megami Tensei. Asetsuna, they got a lot of JRPGs that's coming for the Switch in HD. So why should they play it on a 240p screen? Why not play it on the 720? If you're a handheld person, play it on the HD screen. So that's gonna be the selling point for the Switch. And I'm just excited because there's a lot of games that I can play on the Nintendo in which I cannot play on the PC. I can't play it on the Xbox. I can't play it on the PlayStation. That's what makes Nintendo so good because they separating themselves from the competition. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying they don't need multiplats because every system needs multiplats. If you're a majority of a Nintendo person and if you don't play all your third parties on Nintendo, then I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say about that because you kind of fucked on that one. But we all own other consoles besides Nintendo, so that's why we could play our multiplats on whatever PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. But as far as multiplats on Nintendo, it is important, but I think Nintendo is not thinking about the multiplats for this year. I'm not saying they don't want multiplats for the Switch, but for this year, I think Nintendo is trying to concentrate on bringing back their core gamers. They trying to cater this system to Nintendo fans only. Get the people that bought the NES, the Super NES, the Nintendo 64, and the GameCube, and the Wii U. They trying to get them all back to this system. That's why they coming out with their heavy hitters with Mario Kart, Legend of Zelda, Super Mario Odyssey. Those games alone is gonna sell a whole bunch of Switches. You got the Xenoblade Chronicles. If you're huge in JRPGs, and I know you love JRPGs. Jerry Barry got Xenoblade. Splatoon 2. That game was an instant hit. Sold a lot, especially in Japan. So there's a lot of heavy hitters coming out for the Nintendo Switch this year, and it's going to result in really good sales. And sales equals third-party support. That's the same thing what happened with the Wii. The Wii, Nintendo supported the third console at first. It grabbed the world by storm. Everybody was loving the motion controls and everything. And since Wii was selling so crazy, that's when third parties went in and started, putting games onto their system because it was a hot product around that time. And I'm thinking Nintendo's trying to do that same thing. They trying to find that selling point that will sell the system in droves, and it's going to result in third parties coming back. So I'm thinking probably the second year of the Switch life cycle, I'm thinking it's going to be a lot of third parties coming back to the system. We still don't know what the 80 plus, maybe the 80 plus are games. You know, it's a lot of games we don't know about. But as far as fully supporting this Switch, I think third parties can fully support it after the first year, whenever they realize that this system's going to sell a lot.
Just like you, I needed some rest.
What's that? Who's that?
Really
Sinister.
myself this week.
Sinister.
Working 3 days in a row and only had a
Sinister,
week
mute yourself.
between. That was just a bit much for me. But
Sinister.
Yeah.
Oh hell. I can't even mute him.
About the job, but
I can't even mute him. We not in that other hangout. Fuck. Oh, let me send him a message. Oh, let me send him a message, right, man. I can't even mute him, man. I can't even mute him.
I don't know. This sounds like a voicemail.
Is that a voicemail? Hey, Sinister, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, next time mute yourself, man, because we heard every bit of it. I can't mute you.
What happened?
I can't mute you.
No, sorry, I had to answer a call.
Oh, okay. I guess now if you got something in the background, please mute yourself because I'm in that other hangout. I can't mute nobody unless we in the other hangout. So what I was talking about? I was talking about the Switch. The first. I think third party's gonna come back after the first year because the first year is gonna be solely on Nintendo. Nintendo's gonna support this system as much as they can. Not only bring back the core gamers. Then the second year, the third party's gonna come back. And a lot of people's gonna buy the Switch. That's just basically what I see with this Switch, man. What about you, Ash? What you see?
Nintendo does not have the luxury of Sony and Microsoft of having guaranteed third-party support. When it comes to third parties, it's always up to Nintendo to sell their console first and build the install base, and that's partly because of the Nintendo fan base. They don't generally run out and buy third-party games in droves like they do on Sony and Microsoft. So they need a huge install base before these guys even considering to put their games on a Nintendo platform. That's just how it is. Like Real said, that's why the Wii got support, because the Wii sold like 100 million units. So of course it got third-party games, even though that console was really weak compared to the Xbox 360 and PS3. Hell, the shit wasn't even in HD. Yeah. And it still got a lot of third-party games. It still got a bunch of customized Call of Duty games, for example. And then you look at the Wii U, which was a lot more powerful. It was a lot closer to the 360 and PS3. And it didn't get supported because the install base just wasn't there. So as long as this console sells, as long as the Switch sells, you'll get third-party games. That will most likely be sometime in the second year because Nintendo has to build the install base first, which they're going to do a good job of, because if you look at the first year lineup, it's really strong. You're starting the year off with Zelda, you get Mario Kart next month, you have Splatoon 2, Fire Emblem Warriors, Xenoblade 2, and we end the year with a brand new sandbox open world Mario game that people have been asking for. That's a strong year from Nintendo. That's going to bring a lot of their core fan base back. And that's who this console's for. This is a Nintendo fan console. Whether you are a Nintendo fan because of motion controls, you're a Nintendo fan for classic home console gaming, or you're a Nintendo fan for handheld gaming, this is their answer to all of that into one device. Which is why I don't see how the Switch could be a failure in any aspect, because you're going to get a lot of the 3DS guys coming over. You're going to get essentially everyone who owned a Wii U is going to run out and buy this thing, because that's the most hardcore of all the Nintendo fans. And then they're trying to rope in some of the guys from the Wii that left. So I think they're going to have a lot of success with this, and then eventually you'll get more third-party support down the road. But right now it's going to be mostly Nintendo stuff, and you'll see a lot of indie games, because I think indie games cater really well to this console, because a lot of indie games are very pick up and go kind of games, and that works really well with this hybrid device. So I think you'll see stuff down the road, but as of right now, like this is a console for Nintendo fans first, and people need to kind of grasp that.
They're not gonna understand you, Alex. They're not gonna understand you. You got to be retarded for them to understand, because they never gonna understand. Like a lot of these Xbox guys in this community, they don't understand. Like,
it's unfortunate what's happened to the Xbox community. Like, Xbox fans it seems like Xbox fans have lost a lot of brain cells this generation. I don't know if it's like the constant pummelings they've received from Sony, but it seems like they lost a lot of brain cells. They're really dumb. All they think about is power this, power that. They don't hold Phil Spencer responsible for the lack of exclusive titles. They don't seem to realize that the Scorpio being the most powerful console doesn't solve any of their issues. They're not going to catch Sony in the sales because of this. They're not going to get more exclusive games magically because they have a new, more powerful console, which is tied to their old console, and still can't play the games at the highest. It's still not the best version because you can still play Xbox games on PC, and that's where the best version is going to be. So like, I don't know, it's just stupid. Like it's a different mentality. These guys just want power and multi-plat games, which is not a bad thing, I guess. But like, if that's your primary concern, you should be on PC. Anyways.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just get a PC then. If you just interested in multi-plats.
Better on there.
Like,
yeah, but when it comes to Nintendo, like I'm glad they went with the hybrid thing because we're gonna get more Nintendo games on one device due to this. Because you're gonna get the handheld stuff and the home console stuff on one device. It's actually awesome. Like I was advocating for Nintendo to make a standard box like a PlayStation but says Nintendo on it, and that while that would have been good, what would have resulted is less Nintendo games on it because they still have to be making games on two separate devices. With this, they're getting all their studios on one device, and for a Nintendo fan, that's exciting because you're going to get a lot more Nintendo games on one box.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, like, I think this is how they should handle their systems going forward. I think the hybrid system makes the most sense for them. I kind of hope they continue with this going forward.
Yeah, me too, man. Like, I love how they, merge both studios together. Like, just look at the fact when the Wii was in these constant droughts throughout the years, and at the same time, the 3DS was getting a whole bunch of games. And we was like, what the fuck, Nintendo? like you leaving us to dry, and the 3DS is still getting all these games. So that would got them to merge both of their studios because it just wasn't fair for their home console consumers. Like, we was like, what the fuck, man? I'm sick and tired of buying one game every 4 to 5 months, and I'm right in another dry spell, and 3DS get a brand new game just about every other week or something like that. So, I don't know. That's why I'm excited.
We're going to avoid that problem this time because Nintendo doesn't have to be like, okay, this one's selling well, this one's selling poorly, so we're only going to support this device. That's why the Wii U had so many fucking droughts.
Yeah.
They just put all their attention on the 3DS.
Yep.
I'm beginning to think they did that on purpose.
How's that?
On purpose. Ignore the Wii U?
Yeah.
Of course they did. Why would they focus on the Wii U? It wasn't selling.
Yeah, I mean, the 3DS is what all the
Yeah.
3DS was their money machine.
Yep.
Well, 3DS and Amiibo.
It's a theory I'm working on that I'm going to get into at a later time, but I'm just...
Okay.
Yeah, I got a question for you guys. So do you want the Switch to be more successful than the Wii U?
Of course. If you
More successful by default.
This is redemption for them.
But saying that it is just a console or whatever hybrid device for Nintendo fans, do you think it's going to be actually exceed the Wii U? Because the Wii U basically became just a Nintendo fan console because third party wasn't really there to attract those people outside of that fan base to get.
Yeah, but the problem with the Wii U is it didn't cater to all Nintendo fans because it only had a portion of the studios making games for it.
And you got to look at it like this: like the Wii U didn't get that true open world Mario game. They never did got one. 3D World is a platforming game. No Metroid, no Kid Icarus, no F-Zero. Star Fox was a shitty ass Star Fox game. It's like the quality of some of their games have went down, and there was less games as well too. So Nintendo, they didn't exactly support their system like they're supposed to. The best year they had was 2014, and that's not even really saying much because
like if you look at the lineups based on Nintendo games between the Wii U and the 3DS, like the 3DS has the much better lineup.
Way better. It's not even comparisons.
Have a huge catalog of games, but like this is my thing. Like, yo, I'm excited for the Switch and all that stuff, but and for my reasons of why I'm going to get the Switch doesn't really, deter the point that I'm trying to make here. Is because at the end of the day, I don't see Nintendo being as successful or over exceeding the Wii U if it's not trying to get people outside of Nintendo's fan base. You know what I mean? You gotta have something where you gotta attract other people outside of Nintendo to do that, especially I'm talking about as the home console market. You know what I mean? Because yes, and that hybrid thing might do that because that can draw in the handheld people. But I'm just saying, like, I'm hearing a lot of people saying like, oh, the third parties is not really needed.
I never said that. I never said that.
I'm generalizing a lot of things, but I'm seeing those things, or people making excuses for the lack of third party and stuff. Which they do have third party games there. It's just exclusive. The type of third party games they don't play or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's mostly Eastern support.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I feel like Nintendo do need to grab hold of those people that make those third party games like that and have it more like a traditional console as well to draw in those people. Because at the end of the day, yeah, we can bash the Xbox guys, we can bash the PlayStation guys all we want, but Nintendo as a company, they need those people, that the PlayStation guys and the Xbox guys, to buy this console so they can succeed, because that's how third party is going to get it.
And they will get them eventually.
It's just historically, third parties don't sell well.
Install base first before third party is even going to put games on the Switch.
I feel like that first year that should have been established. You know what I mean? The first year is always huge and important. Like, yes, I personally, subjectively, I like the games that is coming out the first year. I'm not questioning that any doubt of mine, but looking at it objectively, I don't see attractive people outside the Nintendo fan base.
What about the Wii? What made the Wii to take off this first year? Was it third parties, or was it?
We did have a lot of third party games. The Wii launched with a huge launch lineup. Was it the greatest? But it had a lot of variety of games launching with it for those for the Nintendo fan base with the Wii. That's why the Wii sold like that really quickly, but it just got worse and worse as far as
you gotta remember it started their generation out with one of their heavy hitters with the Legends of the Twilight Princess, and that sold 3 million within the first couple of weeks. So
I agree. Don't get it twisted. I agree with your points, but I'm just looking at it like, okay, yes, I understand this as a console Nintendo guys, but how long is that going to last on Nintendo? You know what I mean? Yes, the Wii U was successful the first couple of years.
No, it wasn't.
It didn't last long.
You said the Wii U or the Wii?
Yeah, the Wii U.
Not a couple of years. The first year was okay, but after the first year, it was downhill.
Yeah, it fell off. But I don't want to see something like that for Nintendo as well, when everybody's making these excuses of no third party or we don't need it and all that stuff. And that's, you're looking at the Wii U again, like it's going to be deja vu, in my opinion. But
so you saying the Wii U got the same lineup as the Switch the first year? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying the same lineup. Okay. But when it came to third party, I seen a lot of Nintendo guys are saying the same type of thing, like, oh, we don't need third party, or we don't need those type of games. And I do understand the reasons why people are saying that, because they did get some bad ports and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it is very important to have that, because, like I said, I don't want another deja vu of the Wii U, because regardless of how much money Nintendo's making and all that stuff, I doubt it can handle such a loss like that.
See, this is what I said earlier in my video, is that it's, I got an echo. It's an echo. Testing. Y'all hear an echo?
That's better.
Okay, good. Okay, this is what I said earlier. Yes, it is important for Nintendo to have multi-platform, especially these big heavy hitters like Resident Evil that just came out. You got the Final Fantasy 15. That would be perfect for the Switch. You know, I'm pretty sure a lot of people from the Nintendo side would buy Final Fantasy. God, I can't fucking talk today. Final Fantasy 15. Yeah, I know a lot of people buy it. This is where I'm coming from. Like, when it comes to third parties, like, I was there last generation with the Wii U. A lot of those third party games was crappy. The ports was sucky, and like 360 version, the PS3 version ran a lot better than the Wii U. But this is the thing, like, Nintendo, they should go to these third parties and be like, look, man, if you're not gonna put this on the system, then here's some money. Put that on her. But if you get us these crappy ports, like, it's running worse than last generation, giving us these 360 ports, then I'm gonna sue you. Like, that has to be a fine line with these games that they put on Nintendo's consoles, because with the rumors with the FIFA gonna be a 360 port, that's unacceptable, man. Because the fucking from all these rumors, the Switch is supposed to be 5 times more powerful than the Wii U. So why the fuck somebody would buy a 360 port? You know, a 360 port of a game for the Switch, a new generation game? That doesn't make sense. So Nintendo needs to concentrate on the quality control. Like I'm not gonna tolerate that shit no more. That's why a lot of Nintendo fans got burnt with the Wii U, because it was like, man, what the fuck? It's supposed to be more powerful than 360 and Xbox 360, but it's running a lot worse. Like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, it doesn't make sense. And from what we've been hearing, that it's easy to develop these games for the Switch. So there is no excuse for these third parties to be, for them not to make these games with good quality, man. It should be no excuse. It's like this. If they're gonna,
I look at it this way. Like, you have 60 million people on the 3DS. You have 14 million people on a Wii U. That's a lot of people to pull from and put onto one device. Even if half of them come over, that's still like 35, 40 million Nintendo fans to sell a console to.
Mm-hmm.
That is enough for third parties to say, okay, now we can start putting games on your console because there's a big enough install base. Like, they have to cater to their own people first before they start worrying about guys like Zaire, for example.
I don't think Zaire gonna get one of those. I think he might get one just for kicks and giggles.
He might get one to break it on TV or something, but you know what I mean? Like, they're not worried about guys like that at first. Like, they'll get them eventually, because they have to bring in their own fan base, because they lost so much of their own fan base because of the Wii U. So their first goal has to be regaining these people first.
Yep.
And then bringing the 3DS guys over. And then you'll start to see the third-party games come, and then the multi-plat people will get the multi-plats on their Switch that they crave so much, even though they have it on their PlayStation and Xbox and PC.
Yeah, that's why I don't understand. Like, why are you getting mad at the multi-plats with Nintendo, knowing that you're going to buy it on Xbox, PC, or PlayStation? I just don't understand.
For me, I think that's a bad way of thinking if you're Nintendo, because at the end of the day, I don't think Nintendo should be thinking of where people should be buying the game. Nintendo should be concentrating on, they want people to buy those games on their platform.
That's on Nintendo. You know what I mean? That's on Nintendo. Nintendo should know that third parties is going to be basically on the fence of putting their games on the Switch. That's when Nintendo comes in there. I place blame on Nintendo for that. If you're gonna come out with a console that's $300, the same price as the Xbox One and PS3, I said PS3, PS5. God damn it, man! I'm not thinking straight today.
Like, if you look
PS4.
at the Switch and how they've created it, it's the most third-party friendly console they've made in a long time.
But
it's easy to port to. It supports all modern engines, and according to EA, Nintendo was talking with EA and Activision while developing the Switch. That's stuff they haven't done throughout the Wii or Wii U.
But they still not gonna do nothing. They still
making it so these guys can put games on the Switch. So it's not like they're avidly trying to not have third parties. But at the same time, they have to get the install base up before these guys will start putting games over.
Even EA said that
they burned so many times by Nintendo fans.
Yeah, EA said they're gonna take that wait and see approach with the Switch the first year. That's why only game we know about is FIFA.
EA not just gonna throw a bunch of games on the Switch and watch them all bomb.
That's what they did with the launch lineup with the Wii U. Like, come on, like, a lot of those games, they already owned the 360 and PS3. Like, last generation was the highest console selling generation of all time. 80 plus million PS3s, 80 plus million PS4s, god damn it, Xbox 360s, and 100 million.
God damn, you are tongue-tied today.
I am tongue-tied, dude. I told you, like, my earlier stream, dude, I was tired, dude. Like I say, I'm forcing myself to do this, man. Like, I'm just not myself today, so y'all just bear with me. The people that was here earlier, y'all know what I'm going through. I'm just not. I'm tired today. Yeah, but yeah, like I said a while ago, 80 plus million PS3s, 80 plus million 360s, and 100 million Wiis. That's a lot of consoles last generation. So what makes a lot of these? What makes these third parties think that porting these old games over to the Wii U, knowing that 9 times out of 10, the Wii U owners own either PS3 or Xbox 360. That's why it did not sell. And plus, these games ran worse. So, there's like, it's not all on Nintendo. It's not all on the Nintendo fans, because a lot of Nintendo fans, and such myself, only 360 last generation. That's basically what I'm saying. That's why Nintendo, they got to make sure to get on these third party asses and make sure that the quality is there, man. Like, if you go give us old games and it's bad ports, like, just don't even bother, man.
They can't have multi-plat games on their consoles, like missing
More
their
money down the drain.
not having online and shit like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like whenever the Switch comes out, like, I kind of prefer multiplats to come, the newer multiplats, like new Call of Duty, new Battlefield, whatever the games that's coming out this year. Yeah, not the older stuff. Because, yes, they already played it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like have NBA 2K18, not 2K17.
Now, that would be stupid as hell, because a lot of people thought that was 2K17 that they showed that Switch trailer. I was like, no, that better not happen, because ain't nobody gonna buy it. But when they said 2K18, that's good.
It's its own game. Like, they made a special version just for the Switch.
Yeah.
That'd be humongous with, among the FIFA fans.
Yeah, I think Nintendo need more of that. Like, get like, the third party to have these exclusive type.
Exactly. Like, third party exclusives are more useful than multiplats, because no matter what, the Switch is gonna have the worst version of the multiplat.
Yep.
Yeah, the redheaded stepchild, more likely.
Who we didn't get to? Did we get to Nick? Did we get to Nick yet? Nick.
Don't think so.
Nick.
Wait, what happened? Did you already speak?
Nah, Nick never said nothing. Yeah, we just
Oh, wait.
it's just me, Alex, and Jabari. What you think, Nick?
Okay, so we're talking about multiplats on the Switch, right?
Yeah, like, is it important to have it? Yeah, it is important to have it. But what do you think Nintendo needs to do to gain all their consumers back on their console? Do they need to focus on multiplats first year, or focus on their sales and get the core Nintendo fans back? And the multiplats will come later. What do you think?
To focus on themselves first, because right now the problem is with the other two systems is where's I going with this? I forgot what I was gonna say.
You there?
What worries me about the multiplats for coming to this system is they don't want to admit it, but third parties are still struggling to figure out how to work with the Xbox One and the PS4. Now, whether it be Scorpio or the Pro, it doesn't matter. They're struggling to figure out these other systems. I think, unfortunately, in the long run, that might affect Nintendo for a bit, when they'll go ahead and admit to, like, well, we don't understand how to work with the Switch, when in reality they don't know how to work with any of them, but they're going to throw one under the bus, and basically it's going to be the one system that they're pretty sure is not going to make them enough money, and unfortunately that's going to end up I know with the Wii U is a different situation. Wii U wasn't as easy to program for, and the Switch is supposed to be easier to program and port for on there, but at the end of the day, I think a lot of third parties are going to use their ignorance of the other two consoles to kind of like try to like push away the Switch and say, oh no, well we don't understand that system or some shit like that. Something I'm worried about. Do they need I think they need some multiplats, but not all. I think like the big ones they're going to need. Excuse me.
Like Grand Theft Auto and Call of Duties and Battlefields and all that.
No, you can cross up
Call of Duty, yes. The sports games, yes. Grand Theft Auto, I don't know. I don't think we're ever going to see Grand Theft Auto.
They need it. That's one of the best selling franchises. They need it.
Yeah, but there's too much bad blood between them.
Like, I think because they've managed to like come together with some of the third parties, and you see a lot of third party that are on board for this thing. Now, they never said they're going to put their multiplats on the system. They might have other projects.
Yeah, price exclusives.
Aren't going to fit elsewhere. But hey, here's this Switch that they can put their game on, and it's easy to develop for, so they can just put it on there and hope for the best. But like I said, the big ones they need are Call of Duty. As much as I hate to admit that, I fucking hate to admit that, to be honest with you. But Call of Duty and the sports games. I mean, that's basically, I think, what's really going to gather some people's attention, because they are getting RPGs now. They're definitely doing more of that. They're definitely going to be gamers who are going to be interested in that, and there are people going to realize, hey, I can play both Zelda and these other RPGs on one system. It used to be like oh well, if I want to play Zelda, I gotta buy a Nintendo system, but if I want to play these other RPGs, I gotta buy a PlayStation. Now, a lot of these games can also end up on the Switch as well as PlayStation, and it's like, hey, I can get my RPGs and Zelda on one system now. And I think that's something that will help them hopefully in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, there's some games that I don't think we're ever going to see on there, but they definitely should at least get the sports games, and they're getting NBA 2K18 too, so that is also a plus.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the series either, but at the same time, I can see its value into drawing people to the system, and especially with that portable thing, that will help. Like in the long run, because a lot of people are like, "Oh, I like NBA
Madden too," because Madden is massively popular.
I mean, I see the draw. I mean, it's not something I'm not gonna buy, but it's definitely a selling point where, hey, I can now play Madden and 2K on the go.
Exactly. I can have local co-op Madden on the go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be a big plus for them. So I see that drawing them in. Yeah, but like I said, I don't see Grand Theft Auto ever going to the system. Unless
I think Nintendo would have to pay for the port.
They gotta pay.
JDauntless to do it or something if that's gonna happen.
Unless the LA Noire rumors are true, and that game would have to sell.
But who's asking for LA Noire though?
I think it's just for them. I think it's them testing the waters.
Because that is such a random ass game to bring over to the Switch.
You know what? They would have had a better chance if they put Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, I was about to say that too, man.
And LA Noire. I think Red Dead Redemption would have been a better
just,
draw.
Done a port of Vice City and up-resed it or some shit. Even that would have been better. Who's looking for LA Noire? That doesn't even transition over to a handheld game good.
Yeah, Red Dead was
Red Dead would have tested the waters.
Yeah,
I think Red Dead probably would have been
made to the Switch.
So we'll see. I think there's still going to be some games that are just not going to see. No matter how successful the Switch is, they're just not going to deal with Nintendo. They don't fucking want to. But at the same time, you might see some other stuff that'll draw in people that, I'll draw in some people hey, I can play this game along with the actual Nintendo titles all on one system, and that's great. So unfortunately, it's going to have the whole wait and see thing. So.
Okay, so you going?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Jabari?
I mean, I agree with Nick right there with the Red Dead thing. I think that would have been a better sell than LA Noire. But yeah, man, like I said, man, as much as people is very wary when it comes to third party from the Switch, I do think it's something necessary, because I don't think Nintendo should have the mindset of, we can get they can get the third party somewhere else. You know what I mean? That's already placing your console in a secondary state, when as a company that's trying to get this money, speaking on a company standpoint, you want to be the number one console. You know what I mean? That's the mindset I think they need to go into it when it comes to this generation. Because like I said, going into like that is just placing it at like the Wii U, in my opinion. You know what I mean? You're making it a secondary, or that's not the primary console in somebody's home. And for a majority of the people that's probably is going to get one, it might be that case. Like I know my household is going to be that case, but at the end of the day, that's just me. You know what I mean? It doesn't translate to everybody else that's getting the Switch. But I do see some high hopes for the Switch. That's looking much better than the Wii U. And there's a lot of games that do cater to me. So yeah, that's why it's gonna day one purchase for me. But my worry is the second year, the third year, the fourth year. Is it gonna stay consistent throughout the years with the Switch? That's just my worry.
Oh, okay. Well, that's why I thought a while ago, whenever Nintendo announced they got 80 plus games in development, I believe that they're going to save a lot of that for E3, because they're not going to sit up there and have a whole bunch of Western developers in Japan. Come on, that's Japan. They cater to their people. So those 80 plus games, I'm pretty sure a lot of them are Western games. So that's probably why they wanted to wait until E3 to announce a lot of that. They don't want to announce everything all up front, knowing that E3 is basically 3 months away after the launch of the Switch. So, well, actually there is some games that's coming out. Fire Emblem, mainline Fire Emblem is coming out next year. That's already been announced by Nintendo. So it seems that Nintendo is getting some Japanese support. So I'm not worried about that. This year and throughout the generation, they're going to get their Japanese games. You know, especially if you love JRPG. So you should be pretty set on a lot of these Atlas games for the Switch. You know, but as far as the multiplex, like, it depends on that. It depends. Like, if I don't play multiplex on Nintendo, like, they got to bring the quality here, man. Like, you know, third parties, they better be gimping shit. Like, give the Switch owners, you know, the equal opportunity to buy DLC. You know, just give them a quality port. That's all I'm asking for. Give them a quality port.
Real quick. I don't think the stream is working too well.
Oh, it's not?
They're saying the stream is messed up in the chat.
Oh, really?
That been happening in YouTube lately, though. Like, I've been watching like live streams of people, and the stream be buffering sometimes. But it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out perfectly when it's uploaded. For some strange reason, like
during the replay, it doesn't. It actually fixes it.
So what's going on right now? Is it still going right now?
Well, it looks like it's going back and forth.
It's going now. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Like, what the hell's going on? I was wondering, like, why a lot of people leaving?
Yeah, so the stream. That's probably what the stream was messed up. That's probably why they left. But
it just stopped again on my end.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, it's like
I think it's a YouTube issue.
Yeah, it's not you, Real. It's blame YouTube for this.
Yeah, it's YouTube because we're doing this. We're talking right now, and we're doing just fine. There's like nothing going on here.
Okay. Well, I guess this could be our last topic anyway. I don't want to make this too long, but let's go with you, Sinister. What do you think about this, man? About the Switch and third parties, all that?
I mean, I pretty much have to agree with Nick on it's like, hey, they should focus on them, you know, so that way, you know, trying to bring those fans back, you know, because some of those fans, you know, I feel like, you know, they got burned, you know, I think, you know, with the Switch, and they're trying to get with these third party developers, hey, it's like, I guess like trying to make third parties exclusive. Who said that? Who brought that one up? I don't want to take credit away from that, but I have to say, you know, based on third party exclusive, you know, with the with the Switch, like throw like Nintendo theme something in there, just you know, make it its own. It's like, you know, something that will cater to the Nintendo fans. Of course, with the sports titles, you know, your Maddens, your FIFAs, your NBA 2Ks, and stuff like that, you know, because that's basically huge. But as far as everything else, I mean, everybody else just covered it. I just for me on the bottom line, I just say Nintendo just focus on trying to get some of those fans back. You know, that way, you know, they'll feel redeem yourselves in their eyes and stuff like that, bring it back. Plus, you know, trying to work with these third party guys, like, you know, bring some, you know, quality games and stuff, not some shitty port that, you know, that no one's gonna care about, not even gonna buy, you know, waste their money on, you know, stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
That's all I have.
Okay, people in the chat say it's working all right now. So I don't know what the hell is going on, man. Y'all just keep us updated in that chat how the stream is going. Like, I don't know, man. Like, this is pretty weird. Yeah, it's fine on our end. Like, we ain't glitching out. Like, I don't know what the hell this shit about. But I guess before we get to the questions, you know, in closing, like I say, man, like, when was the last time we got a mainline Mario game, a mainline Zelda game, and a big heavy hitter like a Splatoon, you know, in the same year? Like, when was that? When was the last time we got that? Did we get that with the Wii U? The Wii? No, because Twilight Prince came out the first year. Galaxy came out, I think, 2 years later.
Maybe there's no Splatoon on the original Wii either.
Yeah, GameCube.
It wasn't the Wii U because it took the Wii U like 4 year, actually 5 years when Zelda comes out to get the games that the Switch is getting in its first year.
Did the GameCube launch? The GameCube launch with Super Mario Sunshine. So did the GameCube launch with Super Mario Sunshine and Zelda Wind Waker? Did they launch with that?
Yep.
Huh?
I love Wind Waker, man.
No, like I'm saying, did Wind Waker and Sunshine came out the same year, the first year, the launch year? What came out the launch year?
No, I don't.
Not the launch year. No.
That's what I'm talking about. Nintendo, we getting a mainline Zelda and Mario the same year. That's what a lot of people don't understand, and that's why I'm saying that I'm pretty sure Nintendo is trying to gain a lot of their core fans back, and you know, whenever they get them back, and whenever these third parties sending all these systems just selling in droves. it's going to, equal more support from third parties. That's basically what I'm saying. And we didn't even touch upon the Pro Control got freaking sold out in 15 minutes. Like, what the fuck? People was complaining about it, and it's selling like crazy.
I'm trying. The reason why I'm trying my hardest to get a Pro Controller because I'm not playing that Street Fighter on that Joy-Con. I'm sorry, people. I can't do it, man.
Just one thing.
I got my Pro Controller. I need it for Zelda. I'm not playing with the Joy-Cons.
That I keep telling you guys, you get, some of us got big hands. You're gonna get Arthur playing with those Joy-Cons.
The Joy-Cons got some cool concepts in it, but I know D-pad.
No D-pad. That was my turn off. No D-pad.
To me, the Joy-Cons are for the Wii fans. They're not for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the Pro Controller as well too.
$70 a month.
I've been trying, man. I live in New York too, man. And that Pro Controller is. I should have got it when I pre-ordered day one, but
it's too late now.
I wish they would have bundled with it. I mean, that's just me. I wish it was just bundled with it.
Yeah, because everything came up to came up to 320. It came up to 321.66. So I was like, you know what? Nah, I can just wait on the Pro Controller. Nope, bad idea.
The problem is that the FCC didn't actually let Nintendo sell it in America until yesterday.
Yep.
So even if you wanted to get the Pro Controller before, you couldn't.
Yeah, like the GameStop I was doing it, they was having these bundles, you can pre-order. They had a whole bunch of stuff, accessories with it and all that crap. I don't know if they could have sold it with the Pro Controller, but I remember seeing a whole bunch of bundles, man. There was some game bundles, accessory bundles. It's we got the Switch here. It was crazy.
Okay.
I need that controller, man. I'm so salty. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I do want it, especially with that Street Fighter, the Ultra Street Fighter 2. Oh my gosh, we didn't really talk about that. That game looks pretty good, man.
Finally canon the same game.
That looks pretty dope, man. That looks pretty dope. I know Street Fighter 2 is an old game, but playing it in HD, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good.
That, man.
So are they gonna make that a retail release or is it gonna be digital?
I think it's retail.
Oh really? I would love to have retail because I love Street Fighter. Y'all know I love Street Fighter.
Yeah, that's one of the best Street Fighter games.
Oh, that's what made me to a really huge Street Fighter fan because of that. Because Street Fighter 2. So
I mean, dude, I played Street Fighter 1, and you know how hard that game was.
Street Fighter 1 is super hard, bro.
you're talking about the original Street? No, it's not called Street Fighter. It's called Fighting Street.
No, yeah. that's on the PC Engine. I'm talking about the arcade Street Fighter 1.
Yeah, when you go, it's like a boss run. You fight. I think Birdies in it.
Now they saying the stream is tripping again.
I never played the very first Street Fighter, the arcade. That was hard as hell, trying to pull some of the moves off.
Hey, I guess they complaining about the stream, so we might have to cut it. I won't say cut it short because we already at 2 hours.
Right.
They said stream is down. What?
Damn.
Nah, it's not down. It's just buffering.
Oh, just buffering.
Here, yeah.
Oh my gosh! So I guess anybody else want to say something? I don't know. I will get the question, but if we keep going through this shit, we probably just have to end this right now. But let me talk to the chat. So how's the stream? Everybody in this chat, is it? Yep.
I'm telling you, it's a YouTube issue because it's been happening with a lot of people. It's just buffer. I thought it was something with my internet sometimes or my work internet. Nah, it's YouTube, man.
It's YouTube. I didn't have this issue earlier. I didn't. Somebody said, let's pray for the stream. They said he's really using the Dreamcast broadband.
That's a pay for the stream.
Now it says the stream is offline.
Yeah, it said to me earlier the stream was offline. And
I'm not offline. It says I'm live.
my phone said it was off. It said it was offline, but then it disappeared.
Oh my god! You know what? I think we're just gonna end it right here, man. I don't know, man. This is crazy, man.
Fucking YouTube.
Oh my god!
Come on.
They just ruined this podcast. But I guess anyway, I guess I don't even know what to say no more. I'm just pretty pissed off right now. But anybody else have anything else to say about we in this podcast? I'm not even get to the questions if YouTube's gonna be tripping.
Nah, but just...
I guess it's gonna get to our outros then.
Yeah.
I guess let's start you out. Let's do an outro. Let's get out of here.
All right. What's going on, everyone? ActivesiN here. We're cutting the show a little early because YouTube is not playing nice. But yeah, Switch is coming soon. Gonna be exciting. We're 5 weeks away until the launch of the Switch, until we can finally play Zelda. Oh my god, 5 weeks away. It's gonna be amazing. And yeah, Scorpio, end of the year, you can play the same games that you can already play. Good times. All right.
All right, Nick.
All right, this is Nick from Gaming Incorporated. We had the show started out pretty good, but YouTube decided, suck. What else is new?
They said black screen.
Yeah, so it's almost that time. Switch bitches unite.
All right, let's go with you, J Bar.
Yeah, man. Sorry, thank you for having me on. First time, version on your podcast.
Oh shit, it's getting kind of creepy.
Yeah, that's not a little creepy, but it's cool. Thanks for the invite. Definitely had some fun talking to you guys. But yeah, man, going to be on a YouTube hiatus very soon. Too many games out here, and the Switch is about to release too, so I got to get my PlayStation games out the way to play that Zelda, man. So yeah, definitely, it's going to be a great year, man.
Okay, cool.
And PlayStation, that's it.
Just one of the two guys, not the other one.
Okay, I think Jerry Bird probably sprinkled some of his pony dust on this string. That's probably why you have.
You about to curse with him.
All right, let's go with you, Sinister.
Hey, what's happening, y'all? Sinister here. Been interesting podcast up until the buffer issues and YouTube dick about it, but just other than that, I was like, been a good pod, discussing everything. So that's all I got.
All right, of course, everybody, y'all know who this is. Your boy Red Gamer 27, and I really appreciate y'all coming to my stream today, and I appreciate y'all that people that came earlier during the afternoon. Sorry that we had to end on such short notice, but YouTube is acting like a punk bitch right now, and I'm pretty pissed off because they just ruined my podcast. I'm not gonna take it down. I'm just gonna ruin everybody. Just whoever's gonna watch it in the near future, just the last 10 minutes, don't watch it because it was fucked up. But like I said, it's your boy Red Game 27. Y'all look out for my next video Monday, and of course look forward to the next Real Talk with the Real Gamer podcast next Thursday. And after that, we will see y'all on the next session. Peace out.
Vote for arms for Evo.